Welcome to Pavilion Damansara Heights. So currently we are finally launching the final phase, phase 2 on the right side over here. A quick overview, currently everything, the first half is mostly completed already. We are almost coming to the finish of the mixed development Pavilion Damansara Heights of a 15.9 acres freehold, one and only convenient mixed development in Damansara Heights. Quick overview of the neighborhood. So for those familiar, Damansara Heights, nicknamed as Beverly Hills of KL, neighboring of Mont Kiara and Bangsar upscale neighborhood. So considered one of the top 3 expat neighborhood as well. Mature area, mostly houses, bungalows, semi-D. That's why it's nicknamed as the Beverly Hills of KL. And since Pavilion started this mixed development of 15.9 acres before COVID actually. So this is where they bring in the convenience element to the community over here. So what's done up already? On the left side, everything is first phase, about 9 acres plus. The mall already completed, about 2 years old now already, and the crowd has been growing year on year, month on month. A lot of tenant retails already. And then they extended to the phase 2 mall, second wing. So now the mall is fully completed, but still waiting for more tenants to come in as well, including TGV cinemas. So currently some of the anchor tenants we have like food merchant, grocery, we have Tesla, we have Lotus car showroom as well, many F&B over here lah. Then we have 9 grade A offices at the back, the shorter building you can see over there. So previously mostly was so en bloc, so you'll notice most of them are MNC companies actually. Now of course now there is sub-sale. Some of them are subletting and also transacting in the sub-sale as well lah. So for the commercial sub-sale actually, 9 grade A offices is actually transacting very well in the resale market, transacting up to 1,900 ringgit per square foot, and rental, gross asking rental can be ranging from 8 ringgit to 12 ringgit per square foot. One of the tenant for the office over here, she's renting a 11,000 square feet plus at 9,000 ringgit. So can tell that the owner for the office is making good profit in terms of rental return. The residents as well already all completed handover. So Crown will be the larger size, 2,800 square feet with private lift lobby. Smaller sizes we have Regent Suites and Windsor Suites just starting handover as well at this point of time. 600 square feet to 1,800 square feet larger, but most of the units here are actually targeting smaller size, 1 bedroom actually, 60% and above. So a 2 bedroom and 3 bedroom rental surprisingly doing better than market due to the limited supply over here. And finally, which brings us to what we are looking forward to, the final component to be completed. We are looking at 2029 where these final 3 towers will all be up and ready. The mall is already ready now, so Kinokuniya has moved in there since last year. The second one in entire of Malaysia. No longer have to drive to KLCC so far for people staying in PJ especially. Let's talk about the commercial first. It's shorter, up to about level 30, 35 like that. It's a mixture of corporate suites at the top part, level 15 above. Bottom would be hotel. And this is the only chance where you can buy individual office suites unit in Pavilion Damansara Heights to have the name card, Pavilion brand and Damansara Heights address, because prior to that most of them were en bloc with the exception of CT2 Corporate Tower 2 is also strata title, but now this is the brand new one for you to own. It's estimated, we just top up actually recently as of June, top up the building. So you are looking at estimate, let's see how quick can they be lah. Estimate hopefully by next year able to start the handover for the offices. The residence, we have Imperial residence. This would be the most premium, the largest size available in this mixed convenient development, 3,300 square feet and 4,090 square feet. Similar concept design to Crown, but much larger, and of course because it's newer, we are expecting it to be a lot nicer as well lah. Look at the size and the price point. Private lift lobby as well, only 150 plus units up to level 50, where similarly to phase 1, we have their own individual sky heated rooftop pool overlooking KL City direction and also Bukit Kiara and PJ Mountain greeneries. Each of the residents here actually have their own rooftop pool, so it's very nice. Even for Regent Suites and Windsor Suites, even though they have similar size range, 600 square feet to 1,800 square feet, but they still have different layout design on the inside. And even the facilities lobby have a slight difference in shape and design. So you can see Windsor Suites is curving a little bit, Regent Suites is straighter. So same goes to each of the residents here. So this is what I like about top developers. When they build a premium home, They try to make each residence unique. That way, even when it's all completed, there will be minimal internal competition because each of the block and residence is different design, layout, concept, sizes from each other. And also, finally, Royal Suites will be more on smaller sizes, 450 square feet up to 1,600 square feet plus with a dual key layout. Phase 2 here would be considered closer to MRT access, about 100 meter, 150 meter, very near. Perfect for people who want the best convenience or lazy people. Even from Crown there to walk to MRT is near actually, because the mall is only about roughly 500 meters end to end. So it's big but not too big either, 1 million square feet retail space. So but just at phase 2 will be just a lot easier because the MRT is just right in front of you. Come down, walk inside the mall, there will be a covered walkway all the way to MRT Pusat Bandar Damansara Station. The covered walkway has operated since last year. One station can go to Semantan Station, the other MRT station in Damansara Heights, and 2 stations to KL Central. 5 stations can go to Pavilion Bukit Bintang side, and also 6 stations to TRX. KL Central you can go pretty much anywhere lah. I had these Singaporeans, we were meeting up recently actually. They usually always fly to KLIA Airport, they took KLIA Express train to KL Central, then 2 stations to here and meet us over here for makan-makan. And they were very happy with the MRT because apparently, I didn't know because I don't always take train, they were telling me the entire journey from the airport to here, fully covered. Which is very rare in KL to be honest, because KL we are still not like Singapore, Hong Kong, fully reliant on public transportation. Half of us are driving, half of us are still taking public transport, and honestly, pedestrian walkway is not the most friendly in most places in KL, which is why it shocked me that I didn't know that it's fully covered from the airport all the way to here. So very convenient. Another plus point for phase 2 residences, Royal Suites and also Imperial residences, on top of being nearer to MRT, if you notice, even on the lower floor units, they will have open view. So unlike phase 1, if you notice, on the low floor units, some of our owners here, unfortunately, will be facing corporate office towers, so it's like block view. So you're getting similar to Mont Kiara condos or KLCC homes, where everybody's used to building facing each other. So, but still can rent out as long as the unit is well maintained. But phase 2 is just a plus point. You buy low, medium or high floor unit, open view. So it's very good. With the exception of only, if you notice, Royal Suites, only that one corner have one stack of studio unit facing our corporate Tower 10, CT10 office unit. Of course, unit for those are lower price lah. So maybe good for investment. Facilities, as you can see, will be atop the mall podium over here. One thing to take note here, even though it's integrated with the mall, MRT, hotel, office and all, Pavilion has already nicely defined the space category for the residents, for the commercial, for the office, for the hotel. So each of them have their own lobby, have their own walkway corridor. They have no intersection. Of course, if you talk about the public route, like the new flyover that we have built for DBKL, those are generally for public lah. But in terms of the residents, they are not sharing any entrance at all. Even car park for residents will be on a different basement level from the commercial mall car park. So everything has been planned nicely to make sure it's convenient, yet also with privacy and security, so it's proper sharing of space. Even for maintenance fee, they're able to define clearly which part is residence maintenance fee, which part is commercial mall or even office maintenance fee, because everything has been done proper. So if there's a chance to see the site visit, the site unit, then maybe you can understand better how they do it clearly. So for phase 2, for example, Imperial residence, so on the inside, right, for all the residences, they always separate north wing and south wing, so that way it feels more private. So on the same level, instead of, for example, 14 units per floor, you only see 7 neighbors unit because they separated north wing and south wing. Take for example Imperial, they even separated the north wing and south wing lobby, meaning just for this block residence itself, there's 2 separate lobby entrance due to the sheer size of 4,000 square feet unit over here. Now of course the mall entrance will be separated as well. So you come down here, go into the mall entrance over here, then you can go into MRT as well. So everything is clearly defined space over here. And of course car park as well. Of course we have the commercial mall car park, which is public access. In terms of residential car park, so you can see, for instance, there is one ingress over here that goes straight to the dedicated car park for the residents as well. So it comes with a speed ramp that goes all the way from, for phase 2 will be LG to level B3, and from there you can go down already. And also for phase 2 itself, there's 3 ingress and egress dedicated just for the residents. So for example, this is one of the ingress, then we have the egress over here, the exit. Then we have one more over here. So this is from this direction coming in, or even you can even U-turn from here. There's also on the other side actually, from PJ side, where you can ingress, egress. So everything designed nicely because it's a mixed development, big piece of 15.9 acres land where the design, the entrance is better. So it's all just a matter of getting used to it. So in a way, it's actually, if you ask me, I find it more convenient because regardless of whether I come from KL direction or PJ direction, there will be entrance and exit into the private residence basement car park. Compared to a typical condo, usually there's only one, or at max there's two. Two is really very good, but over here there's multiple. Phase 1 itself, if I remember right, should have 4 or 5 entrance itself for the residence car park. So it's very, very nicely designed. If you are looking to stay in Damansara Heights, Beverly Hills of KL, one of the very exclusive address, but you prefer something more convenient, this is the one and only option you can find for a new luxury condo where you have hotel, iconic mall, MRT convenience. If you prefer peace and greenery surrounded by houses, then perhaps you should go for the other newer large size family condo like Cedar, Peak, Ira. So different target market, but definitely can tell in terms of rental and resale value has been doing better than expected since we started construction. Because last time, I think honestly phase 1 we were selling about 1,800 ringgit per square foot. Currently sub-sale prices are averagely 2,000 or 2,300 ringgit per square foot transacted. So it's the actual transacted prices. So whoever bought during the construction period, depending on what price point you enter, you generally make money already lah. And rental also higher than what we were expecting, simply because it's limited supply over here, nothing similar to this development.